Well, good evening, everyone. Here at Terry's Gourmet Sweet Treats, as well as in the ether on Facebook Live. And I'm Stephen Schrum, Artistic Director of StoryZ, and we are doing our inaugural event here at Terry's. This is our first open mic poetry event. We have several readers for you tonight. We've got a couple of world premiere poems as well. And some of the rules we have written over here. Basically, you get to do 3 poems at a time when you come up, but you can always come back and do some more if you'd like. I'm going to start off with 3 of mine, ending this little moment with a world premiere poem, haiku actually. But let me begin, as I often do when I do poetry readings, with an invocation of the muse. For every poet, there is a destined muse. The fates select her. The author cannot choose. On our first meeting, I recognized you thus. Destiny's message, poetry born of us. When in your presence, I'm granted all I sought. Your touch, like a snare, I find that I am caught. Your inspiration brings sun to all my days, words made to soar by your smiling lips and gaze. Silent temperance melts not my icarus wings, and every sweet touch playing as my soul sings. Should the stars allow that choice more than I'm due, I would never make another choice but you. And you can, if you prefer, you can snap in the proper beatnik fashion.
I just clapped my stitches.
Oh, wow. No. Joyce clapped her stitches. Is that a haiku? Is that the start of a haiku?
It might be.
My second poem is called Childhood's Paradise Lost. And I feel really guilty about the absence of fireflies these days because I think I killed them by capturing them in my jar when I was a kid. So.
Stephen.
What?
I can't hear you real well.
You can't hear me real well?
No.
Let's get John to adjust the sound level. I keep talking and he adjusts the sound level and I look back and see Soda and she thinks that's much better, so we're good. Childhood's Paradise Lost. Remnants in the ashtray, smoldering, still smoking. The harshest wisps are choking. Embers and charcoal ashes, dust, rusty whispers. As a child, I chased the fireflies. I spun in the center of a spark tornado, capturing light itself in my jar, storing their light for another night, but the glow faded as they died. And today, every June, I walk into my garden to search for them. There's a drizzle on a good night, but never a storm of light. Then I look up to gaze into the night sky, but I see only a grayness where once I saw woven a tapestry of constellations. The diamonds of the sky have lost their luster. Starlight paled by the lights of the city and by our brightly glowing handheld screens, our modern method of capturing that magic light in our hands. But where has the magic light of childhood gone? And here's my world premiere poem. It's a haiku. And every now and then you see those Dollar General or Walmart bags swirling around on the street. And so, a grocery bag, plastic, blowing in the wind, urban tumbleweed. Thank you. We have a newcomer to our group. This is Jeff Cope. Jeff, come on up and read us some poems.
I'll just start with one for now. It's called The Real JAC. Greetings, my Homo sapien companions of the third realm. Get prepared to acquire a glance of the real JAC. I'm illustrious in my poetic prowess, a rhyming rhythmic genius, a prodigal prodigy. Poetically, I'm the Hulk, I'm incredible. Wirelessly wired into the network, I'm like the Vision. A walking, talking Siri Alexa Jarvis. Unabashed with my words, the Don Corleone of a syndicate for aesthetic equity. A progenitor of neoteric genre, a king of fresh bombastic, rhyming synonyms, antonyms, homonyms into a whimsical rhetoric. So here's another extravagant rhapsody. I'm a behemoth of a rhapsodical insurrection. I minister to the newfangled apostles of a revolutionary rebellion. A sonneteering rocketeur, writing anecdotes, the creator of curative odes that I hope elicit a provokement that resonates with a powerful, deep booming resonant, resounding vibrantly and unequivocally, extricately palpable, heard luminously clear. My psyche may not be immaculately balanced and unblemished, though it's slightly skewed, a little disordered, tainted, and disseminated like a schism in the Force, but I'm not completely deranged like Anakin on the dark side as Darth Vader. No, I'm a poetic disciple. Report this, Dan Rathers, on the nightly news for 60 minutes. I got 199 problems, but operatic incompetence isn't one. I'm a member of a pristine association of literary Illuminati. I'll go down in history as a stupendous poetic acumen. So the next time you mention Frost, Poe, Dickinson, Angelo, and Hughes, don't forget to mention Jeffrey C., a necromancer writing words of enchantment, abracadabra. I'm a dictional Houdini. My words can't be facsimulated or replicated. They're inimitable, idiosyncratic, a catalyst to vitalize the mind. Here's the penultimate line to this chronicle. Here's the ultimate line now. Ciao, catch you later, my fanatical compadres.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's...
I was about to say, you must be a Marvel fan, and then we zoomed into the Star Wars universe as well there a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of good cultural
Nice,
references.
yeah,
there,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring John up next because Joyce is still eating.
Yes.
That seems fair.
I haven't done poetry since my associate degree, so that was before 2008. So it's kind of fun to write now. I don't have a name for either one of these, but here's the first one. How far is it to here? When does now start? Where have I been and what am I doing? Why? Turn around. There you are. What's done is done. So the question becomes, what will you do?
Oh, that's more of a...
Ah,
Want to do number two?
Like that. Huh?
Do number two yet? Or
I'll hold off on that.
Okay,
Go through
all right,
that.
all right.
Yeah, you're up again.
you want to finish? I'm up again. All right.
I only got two, so I gotta milk this.
By the way, Jeff, I was offered the chance to join the Illuminati yesterday on Facebook. This is the third time they've tried to recruit me. I keep saying no. This one is kind of inspired, well, not kind of, this one's inspired by my mother, sitting in a nursing home, and she said to me one day, "My mind is a kaleidoscope." As she lay in her nursing bed, she said, "But that's not what I meant," she said. But I think it was. A white sheet of paper, a vacant screen, a blank canvas, an empty mind, tabula rasa. What we learned constructs the unlimited city all around us. The churches, the temples, the dwellings of God and men. Gods and men. Artworks to celebrate human events, and green spaces in which we walk and grow. All that we live, we write in our memories. But mental parchment turns to dust, crumbling through personal antiquity. In time, cracks form in the wrinkles, and we crumble like an ancient monument. And remember, all we are is dust, and unto dust our memories return. As we wish for fireflies to dance and fight our way into the moonlight. Skip that one for now. So this is based on an experience I had in a New York cab one time. We got to a red light, and our cab driver jumped out of the car, ran across the street. And there we were. What do? We said, we had no idea. And suddenly the light changed as he came running back with a Pepsi, threw that on the passenger seat, and we started off and zoomed away again. So, what fun. So here it is. This is called So Relaxed. I'm never so relaxed as I am in a New York cab. Anything can happen, suddenly and without warning, from any direction. So I just let go and relax. Now, if only I could do that with the rest of my life, because you just never know. Your tire blows out while going 70, another driver had too much to drink, someone's brain, cooked on cell phone microwaves and antidepressants, goes berserk and starts shooting in your direction. It can happen anytime. So we have to enjoy life when we can. Experience things that present themselves. Live life fully and appreciate each moment. Because we might be dead in 10 minutes. A happy ending.
Jeff, you got another one for us?
This one's called a poetic Moab. People say I'm crazy, and well, maybe they're right. My mentality maybe sometimes is a little hazy. You may say I'm insane, yet when I write these lines and you read them, you're left feeling like you've been smacked in the brain. You may think my rhythm is broken and my rhymes are whack, yet they stimulate your cranial nerves so much they cause an aching in your cranial membrane, a rheumatism in your brain because your conception is weak. My composition of literary crafts is concussive to your feeble mind. You can't handle the blunt force reality of the psalms that I write. I got a poetic God and a poetic devil battling in my mind, serving as inspiration for my brash and rash, brazen, insolent, ungoverned literary, literal literature. My discernment is vast and my will is infinite. I'm poetic Father Time, writing such acidic limericks it should be a crime, like a mimicking mime, sucking on some lemons and limes. Tick, 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 tock, hickory, dickory, dock. Writing lines so sharp, slit your wrist with paper cuts, bleed out your vanity through your veins, feel my anger and rage as I metamorph like Bill Bixby to Lou Ferrigno covered in green paint. I'm smashing, bashing, poetic messiah. I keep it real, I'm indisputable, here to raise your delusional artificial fallacy, dropping poetic bombs on your head like it's raining rocks, writing A-bombs, H-bombs, F-bombs. Here is a poetic Moab, mother of all bombs, breaking the barriers, the boundaries, blasting through deceptions and ignorance, exploding through the mirrors of illusion, creating a little poetic nuclear fusion. Once it's done, it's irrevocable, non-reversible, like the blast from Robert Whitehead's torpedo and the explosion from Alfred Noble's dynamite, ignited from the strike of John Walker's match, creating a series of detonations along your cognitive synapses, dropped from Magnolia Gay and Boxcar like Fat Boy and Little Man on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Well,
This just came up on my phone, tornado watch for Latrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, tornado watch for Latrobe.
I was looking at the picture, I didn't,
I
yeah.
didn't get that. It come up on your phone.
Can we do a talk back for a minute?
Sure. I just want to say, Jeff is like the demigod of alliteration.
Yeah, I mean, this is really impressive, the alliterations going on. What's your artistic background? Who you influenced by?
I've read a lot. I really like Tupac.
Okay, I heard that. I like an East Coast thing going on.
Yeah, I've read a little bit of everybody.
And you're still kind of young, right?
Yep, I'll be 33 this year.
He's 33 talking about Bill Bixby and the Incredible Hulk.
33, Jesus Christ.
You got accurate historical references going on. I mean, that's some really neat stuff that you're throwing out there. Congratulations.
Yeah. To sit there with the dictionary and thesauruses and encyclopedias and
What got you into this? I mean, did you like rap to start, or?
some rap, more of the old school rap, some Eminem. Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, there's like a contrast here because given your age, you grew up after your influences from what you're writing. I mean, there's like some MF Doom going on. There's some, that's really cool.
That commercial break was talkback.
Oh, yeah,
That we do all the time as part of stories. You'll notice our logo has the prescription R, which we believe storytelling is very therapeutic. And Joyce, are you ready?
Yeah, but mine's not like you guys. It's silly.
Silly's good.
So it's good.
Silly's perfect.
I was going to stand outside and do one of those
I
gas
didn't
station.
ever write poems. I was in electronics, you know, serious stuff. All right. A poem for Stephen.
Uh-oh.
A poem, you say, at this time of day? It's barely noon. I hurt and I'm sleepy. In fact, I believe that I'm feeling a bit weepy. How could you imagine that my poor brain could work with all of this terrible pain and produce anything that won't be met with disdain? But I promise you that our love will sustain us forever, so a poem it is. It's now or it's never. Once upon a time, oh wait, that's a fairy tale. Perhaps I could order a poem in the mail. But no, is it possible that my whining and crying could have produced a poem? But hey, I'm really trying. I will hope that the audience is full of caffeine and sweets, and they're smiling and laughing and won't throw me out on the street.
Great job. Great job.
Yeah.
This morning she turns to me, she says, "What's a rhyme for sugar?" And if you noticed, we never heard the word sugar.
I changed it to sweet.
Pop quiz, what's a rhyme for sugar?
They had the weirdest stuff.
What is it? What is it for sure?
Yeah, stuff like schmooze.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can only think of one
My sugar booger.
that
That was one.
that invoked Johnny Fever from WKRP in Cincinnati. So we're going to go on with another poem after I say booger. John, can we hear your other?
Yeah, we do. Beg your indulgence for a moment.
Big your
The me and you are the same I. A multiverse of trauma. As what is explores itself. We cannot forget. We're all one.
Jeff, got another one?
This one's called If I Died Tonight. If I died tonight, would I have ever been loved at all? Would you tell your friends how great a guy I was? Or just sit at home and cry? Would you miss me? Would you yearn for me? Would you tell others how in life you don't realize a good thing when you have it until it's gone? Would you dream of me? Would you think I went to heaven or hell? Because if I died tonight, I just want to know. What would you do or say and think and feel? This one's called We Must Prevail. Walking around, staring at the ground. Tears fall from my eyes. My heart is breaking. My head is aching. Everything is spinning. I can't comprehend. Why is there so much pain? Why is there so much hate? Why are there 4 wars going on? Why the government is corrupt? People living on the street, people losing their jobs, people going broke, can't afford to pay their bills. It is quite depressing. I don't understand. Everything was good. Now everything has turned bad. More people are dying. More people are crying. More people are starving. It makes no sense at all. People's homes being destroyed. Nothing can be done when no one wants to help. What does it take to get people to open their eyes? Dreams are dying. Hopes are burning. Is this all there is to life? Sadness plagues us. Death haunts us. Life is hell, but we must prevail. Broken. This one's called Broken. I want to fly, I want to soar, I want to be free, but I'm an eagle with a broken wing. I want to run, I want to roar, I want to feast, but I'm a bear with a broken hip. I want to play, I want to bite, I want to howl in the night, but I'm a wolf with a broken rib. I want to love, I want to live, I want to be me, but I'm a man with a broken heart.
Cool.
That was good.
sad.
Maybe I could find a happier one.
Well, they sound like they come from.
They do come from, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for a deaf poem because I have a couple of those. And it's kind of funny. I always said this to my playwriting students. Be careful what you write. Well, no, be careful what you write, but beware that when you write certain things, people will think it's autobiographical, even if it's not.
Yeah.
So, because one time I wrote this really depressing piece, and my friend Jeremy called me and he goes, "Are you okay? Do we need to call anybody?" And it's like, no, it's just, I was exploring something.
Most of mine are like autobiographical,
Yeah.
like from that time when I wrote them.
Yeah.
I've been writing
Long
How
time.
long, how long have you been writing?
2010, 2012.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So they're not, you don't feel like that now.
Nah.
Well, how the world is certainly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't changed a whole lot.
I'm going to throw a couple more in here, bring Jeff back again. So, as a retired college professor, I don't have to deal with this anymore. This is called Who Loves You, Baby? She checks her phone again and again during my class. Who is texting her? And why does she have to check constantly during my class? Does she have to check to see who loves her every minute of every day? Is she that desperate to be connected every minute of every day? I'd stick a lollipop in my mouth, smile and say, "Who loves you, baby?" in a gravelly voice, but she wouldn't get the reference. And she wouldn't even care, as she checks it again during my class and every minute of every day.
I like the lollipop.
Extra points for the Kojak reference.
Yep.
Something Jeff said reminded me of this one, so I grabbed it. Hang on. That one night you stared, eyes darting, to memorize me for the moment we would part. I held your hand, played with your hair, smelled the perfume I quested for you, memorizing that scent forever. Your siren song distracted me. Never had I been so enchanted, so unable to follow the set course, so willing to crash on the rocks below. But now, your hazel eyes stare through the glass, avoiding my sight with the same color eyes. The wintry countryside is speeding by, and so are our moments together. I feel you detaching already. You tell me of others you chased, as once you chased me. What do you intend by this? To now chase me away? To make this our final parting? The last time we barely talked, our dinners mostly untouched. Drinking wine that matched the red of your lips, the taste of the wine that matched the taste of your kiss. Our goodnight kiss so brief, your lips kept the redness. You asked if I was happy. I said I was content. You said, that's not the question. What was it I had meant? Now you close your eyes, squeezing the lids tight. Tears roll down your cheeks to wash away the last memory of my once never to be forgotten face. And this one is dedicated to Joyce because, hey Joyce, this is called Forever Love. Standing together, holding you tight, seeing the moonlight, it's oh so bright. Feeling your body, you holding mine, pressing so closely, it feels divine. We see some lightning, a distant flare. Storms may be brewing, but we don't care. Standing so closely through windowed gaze, thoughts of our nights and many days. With permanent vow we will transcend, when isolation does finally end. We'll wander outside as in the past, finding things normal again at last. But meanwhile we're here, safe from the storm, bathed in the moonlight, secure and warm. We stand looking out, the moon above, bathed in the aura, forever love. Written during COVID, I might add. So.
That's when we go and stand in the bathroom because you can see the moon perfectly out the window.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Oh, yeah.
This one's called faith. You can lose hope, you can lose courage, you can lose your self-confidence, but as long as you have faith, God will help you through. When you are lost and in pain, feel like giving up, don't lose faith. When you can't walk, then crawl, and faith will get you through. When you can't face life, keep your faith. It will get you to a better place. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and you can get through anything you need to get through.
Okay, let's get ridiculous.
The 7 deadly sins take early retirement. And I hear thunder. The 7 deadly sins are here, but all are looking worse for wear. Some of them are missing teeth, and all have thinning hair. Pride is tired and feels like manure. Once commanding, now he's insecure. Where once he'd be all puffed up to boast, now his self-assurance is toast. He hides his face and tastes the gall. Pride has taken quite the fall. Always at the front of battle, treating everyone just like chattel. Now anger wobbles on shaky legs, treads as if he's walking on eggs. Never rushes in when he can shamble. Focus and emotions are all a scramble. Greed was always acquisitive, but now he is inquisitive. Gold was always such a honey. Now he forgets, where is my money? His pockets emptied except for the lint. His condition has nothing to do with mint. No finer diner wearing spats. Gluttony's tastes could not be beat. A combo of cholesterol and trans fats made him abandon all red meat. Once he spent time quaffing and chewing, now it's those calories he's eschewing. Not to mention that gluttony changed his name now to gluten-free. Lust's just not what she used to be. The youthful bloom is so long gone. She's more prick than she is rosy. Been a long time since her dawn. Desire and eros eroded away. He trembles just from cold today. No longer does he seem to mind how often he is now confined. Once the grass was always greener. Envy's desires are now much leaner. With diapers starting to droop to his knees, he hopes he can make it to the WC. Perhaps for sloth nothing has changed. He hasn't moved and lies quite still. Reduced the field where once he ranged from almost nothing down to nil. All remains static for Mr. Sloth, except for toenail and eyebrow growth. The earth was their oyster and their pearl. All the continents and seas they'd roam. Who'd think the 7 deadly sins would ever end up in a nursing home? The 7 deadly sins checked in, retirement like a roach motel. They see the hand of death beckon and hear that tolling final bell. And so, speaking of death, so this is called Last First Kiss. And I saw that in personal ads. I want to experience my last first kiss. So, I did not think my last first kiss would be the Lady Death. A kiss so sweet like bitter fruit, it took away my breath. I lie inside autumnal woods, a burial shroud of leaves. No thought of life, no thought at all, no memory longer weaves. The scales of wings, nocturnal moths, wall up my eyelids tight, my coffin naught but mound of earth to block all rays of light. And time does pass, but not for me, my flesh yields to decay, and so collapse this mortal shell to sagging ashen gray. As I am dust, to dust return, to feed the root and bark, a canopy above my grave stands as the only mark. Jeff.
This one's called To the Poet. Write lines, rhymes with rhythm and ease. Let the words flow and course through your veins onto the paper upon which you write. Write words that are fair, see who truly cares. Write words that are true, see who gets the clue. Write words to inspire, see if the words destroy or build empires. Pass the poems on to all who are near and And to all who are far, when things get hard, don't pull out and quit. Don't write lies. Don't write to please the corrupt, then you are corrupt. To the poet reading this word full art, you are my brothers, you are my sisters, you are my daughters, you are my sons, you are my nieces, you are my nephews, you are my cousins, you are my aunts, you are my uncles, you are my parents and grand, you are me. To the poet, look in the mirror, look at me, see my eyes, see deep into my soul, see my anger, my rage, my fury, my vein, see my hurt, my depression, my rejection, my pain, see my love, my care, my affection, my stare, see my wonder, my amusement, my desire, my glare. Look in the mirror, look at you, see your eyes, see deep into your soul, see your anger, your rage, your fury, your vein, see your hurt, your depression, your rejection, your pain, see your love, your care, your affection, your stare, see your wonder, your amusement, your desire, your glare. Look at the similarities we share. My eyes are your eyes, we see the same. My soul is your soul, lost. Our anger, rage, fury, and vain. Our hurt, depression, rejection, and pain. See how we have been slain. Our love, care, affection, and stare. Our wonder, amusement, desire, and glare. See what we share. To you, the poet, we are the same, you see. You are me, I am you. The poetry makes us one and the same. You and me, we are the poet. We are the poet. Yes, we are the poet. All right. This one's called Psalm 151. Let God forgive me of my sins, and not executeth judgment uponeth me. My time is not yet amongst me. I have lots of life to live. Let me change my ways of a fool to becometh wise. Lord, don't forsaketh me just yet. I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I see my way. My faithfulness is meek, yet it is. This one's titled, Divine I'm Not. Divine I'm not, holy by no means. I have sinned. I am in a weakened state of human nature. I have estranged from God. Can I be forgiven? Will God have mercy upon me? And then these next two are about my grandmother who passed away in October of, October 20th, 2022. Gone away is the title of this one. Gone away to the great firmament in the sky, leaving me wishing for one more day with you. 90 days have passed and an infinite amount will follow. In agony I wallow, because it's too hard to swallow the grief that keeps moiling inside, breaking my heart, ripping it apart. Each day that closes with you not here hits me like a 20-pound hammer to the sternum, leaving an aching that fills the breadth of my chest, because I never got to dance with you. The next one is called, What is Grief? What is grief? Grief is that pain in your heart that's sometimes as big as a mountain and other times it ebbs like the sea. But most of the time, it's that constant aching in your heart as a reminder of the one you lost, as you remember them in sickness and health and carry on as they wait in a better place for you to meet them again.
Thank you, Jeff.
Welcome.
I'm going to spin the camera around again for another little talk back thing. And John, anything else you wanted to kind of lead a talk back in here?
Yeah, I'm glad that I participated in this. This is the first chance of me writing in a while. Looking forward to doing it again. I'd like to thank Jeff for coming out. Do you get out and recite often?
This is my first time.
Oh, wow. Then, yeah, I don't even know if there's other groups that do this, but...
I just happened to be looking on Google today and saw this. And I'm like, I'm going to go to that.
Good.
I live in Greensburg. I live in out by Blairsville. I'm moving into an apartment in Greensburg.
Well, keep us in mind. That's part of this. Do you see your poetry any differently when you recite it publicly? I mean, are you seeing aspects of it that you didn't see before, or?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I kind of always kind of see it as, yeah, at first it kind of was a way for me to just express myself.
Sure.
But then, like, I've been through some stuff. I've met some people and have been through stuff. Everybody's been through stuff. And I think kind of changed kind of how I see how I write as a way for people to kind of connect with that and understand, mostly with like the mental health aspect of things.
Yep.
And that way they can understand that, like, I'm not alone, and it can inspire them to maybe pick something up that might help them express themselves.
See, and I
Give
saw,
them a connection.
a similarity in our messaging that centered around that. The fact that there's almost a responsibility for us to remember that we're all the same thing. We're all fighting the same battlefield. And that comes out really deep and wide in the work. So congratulations on that. Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you to Terri for hosting us. And yell at all your followers on Facebook for not joining us this evening. I want to thank our readers, John, Jeff, and Joyce. And we almost had to have a J name to do that. But anyway, thank you for listening to me always. And hope to see you again.